Who is Coach JV and why should you care? My name is Coach Matt. I am a certified professional master spiritual life coach, all the bells and whistles. And I am Coach JV's coach. I'm his life coach. I'm his mentor in a lot of the spiritual side of life. Now, how did this happen? How did this all come to fruition? I'll give you guys the short version. Now, the reason I'm making this video is because as of the publication of this specific video, I will be at the 2024 Freedom Conference in Mesa, Arizona, speaking publicly on an open stage with my buddy, Coach JV. Now, how did this happen? How did we get connected? All that. Well, actually, it started, and you can go check out our channel a couple years ago. We reached out to Coach JV, and he said that he would love to have us on a podcast. We were a very small channel. We talked about spirituality. We talked about Jesus, and didn't really connect or anything for another 2 years until I sent him a free copy of our book, Psycosmos, Synthesis of Human History and Spirituality. That would be the big one over here on my right shoulder. And he was so floored by it, and it was such a life-changing book. His words, not mine. It was such a life-changing book for him that he requested that he work with me on a one-on-one basis. So then we started to meet pretty much weekly, sometimes twice a week. It wasn't anything really intense either. He just wanted to know more about spirituality, and he wanted to get better answers for his spiritual journey. And that was something that I was absolutely able to help him with. So he and I started working together very, very closely. And over time, we built this wonderful relationship and friendship. And he's just an amazing man. I can tell you personally, there are so many people who come onto my videos, his videos, anybody who is in the stratosphere of making content, and they are just so negative, and they want to bombard you with negative comments, negativity. They want to convince everybody else that, you know, anybody who's doing this style of work, whether it's spiritual content or financial content, they want to convince you that they're full of shit and that they're lying and that they don't know what they're talking about. And I can tell you that is just not the case. JV is the most outstanding, upstanding man I've ever met in my life. The way that he handles his life and the way that he goes about just procuring and providing for his entire team and his family. The man is so full of love. I don't think I've ever really met anybody who's like him before in my entire life. I haven't met anybody like him before. I highly advise that you guys go check him out and follow him. Go follow all of his co-workers as well. They're good friends of mine as well. They're just amazing people. These people are diligent. They work so hard. They are so loving. They are so kind to each other. I've never met a group of people like them before, other than basically Team Psycosmos. I mean, me here at Psycosmos with Richard and Tyler, we've been friends for over 20 years, and we have this friendship that just is loving, and we're always here for each other, and we've been learning together. And that's the thing that kind of separates us from all the other spiritual teachers that are online, or the spiritual gurus, or anybody else talking about any of these topics. They don't have other people who have learned this stuff along the way, who are going out and making strides and changes in their own way, and then coming back together to throw these ideas back and forth. The big separator of what makes Team Psycosmos different from a lot of other places is that we have that back and forth. We have that dialogue. It doesn't become an echo chamber of bias. When we learned and discovered that people were basically indoctrinating and teaching the sacred secretion process incorrectly with the sun and the moon sign and everything for everybody, that's not the way that it works. Women specifically have very different cycles, and their bodies work and function in a different way. We were listening to the crowd. Other people want to stick in their bias, and they want to put their feet in the sand and say, no, it's the moon goes into the sun sign for women, blah, blah, blah. And it's just not true. It's just false. And anybody teaching it they need to do more homework on the ways that the hormones and the regulatory cycle of the female body functions. But they aren't doing that because they have this little echo chamber bubble. And we've basically become the leading forefront of this. If you guys want more evidence of that, especially the women, go join our free women's workshop. We run this every single month, and we're getting wonderful detailed information from so many spiritually enlightened women who are actually on this practice themselves and are discovering it does not happen when the moon enters the sun sign. It doesn't. And I, as a man, don't have the right to say that from the female perspective. I'm just sharing the message. It's just not the case. So if you're a woman and you felt that way, go check it out. But why am I bringing this up when I was talking about Coach JV? Because JV's team, the 3T Warrior Academy, and all of his subsequent other many businesses that he runs, they all operate and function in that same way that I have witnessed my team work and function. They are a family first, and then their business partners second. And they work so diligently at ensuring that they can get the right financial information to people. They really, really, really care about people. And that, I mean, I just don't have any more better words as far as a testimonial goes. And this isn't even a testimonial. Nobody asked me to make this video. I'm just doing this because I love these people so damn much. I'm so appreciative of them because they have helped me kind of shift the way that I have been running Psycosmos as an organization. You know, we really have had to buckle down and stay away from the online rhetoric and the online misinformation. I mean, there's so much misinformation when it comes to the spirituality, and what we wanted to do was make it more practical. You know, you have people on TikTok and you have people on YouTube, and a lot of these people are bigger than us. A lot of these people assume that they're more solidified, but they don't have credentials. I know a lot of these people personally, a lot of people that I've done podcasts with, their lives on the back end of things are in shambles. And I hate to say that because it really sounds like I'm slinging mud, but if you can't get your own shit together, then, you know, JV says this all the time, like, you got to get your shit together. And he's true, he's right. I know for a fact behind closed doors, JV gets his shit together. He's not just some face and he's going out and saying whatever. I know plenty of people in this spiritual community who you would think are your friends, but they're not. And they're very biased, and they're trying to instill fear. They're trying to tell you, you have to do it this way. If you don't do it this way, you're screwing up. Go buy my courses and my books. We're never going to do that. Instead, we're going to say, here's some free content. Do you need extra help? Come work with us. That's the way that it should be. Instead, you have these people who are fear-mongering, and they're telling you wrong information that they now know is wrong. I have made sure to reach out to these people on a personal level and say, you are not teaching the proper thing. You are not giving accurate information. Here's why. No response. They won't accept or embrace the truth. And I'm not saying that we stand as like this pillar of truth. I'm not saying that we stand as really anything. We put the truth above our own bias. If we learn tomorrow that the sacred secretion was a completely made-up thing and it was some government psyop, well, we would have to accept that. The reality of it is that there's too much evidence of people's personal experience, unless everybody that I've ever met who's talked about this is a fed, which isn't the case. We would have to take responsibility for that and move on. But at the end of the day, what are we saying? Eat good food, drink good water, get your exercise, stretch, be healthy, be mindful, be conscious, connect with God, connect with Jesus, the Holy Spirit, connect with the universe, like Buddha, whatever you want to call it. There's really not really too much of a way that you can go about living a bad life or giving bad advice, because this is coaching advice. So this isn't nutritional or financial or whatever. This is just purely coaching, spiritual advice that I am certified to be able to give. I have all the credentials. I have multiple certifications, multiple degrees to be able to provide this information to all of you. So what we're trying to do is we're making sure that we're not stepping out of line. JV does that exact same thing. Again, why am I bringing all this up when this video is about JV? Because I want to just reflect my own paradigm of meeting this amazing human being with all of his amazing family and what he has been able to do for me. I mean, the guy has stuck his neck out for me to communicate how effective my coaching has been for him and how life-changing it's been. And he does this on such an intense level, it almost makes me sometimes feel like I have imposter syndrome, because I can't even fathom how much this has really helped other people. But the more that I work with my 20 plus clients, the more I keep getting these messages of, this is really helping. This is really, really helping. I was watching this guy's videos and this woman's videos, and they weren't helping. they're bigger than me. They have more followers. They have more subscribers. They have, you know, whatever. But I'm getting the feedback. Those people's videos didn't help me as much as working with you on a one-on-one level, and that makes kind of sense, right? Because this is more of a personalized experience where I get to kind of work with people on an individual level. But even higher than that, it's my ability and my team's ability to introspectively understand the individual and give them the feedback that they need to be able to process their emotions, process their desires, process their mental faculties, their spiritual faculties, their physical faculties, and then readjust accordingly so that they can live their best life and be the best version of themselves. That's what we believe here at Team Psycosmos. I'm a very big proponent of what's called the Maharishi effect, which is, there's a lot of different ways you can look at it, the quantum physics explanation or the case studies that they've performed on it. But basically, if we focus on an individual level and we go one at a time and everybody gets their shit together and everybody's able to function fully and properly in society, in their own paradigm and in their own dynamic of life, then energetically we start slowly raising the vibrational frequency. And this is quite literally the return of Christ, so to speak. This is the Buddhist wheel of karma, so to speak. This is the return of human beings evolving and advancing into a higher stage of reality. And that is what we are promoting here at Team Psycosmos. So if you're interested in working with us, or if you need financial advice, reach out to me, or specifically for financials, reach out to Coach JV, because he just knows exactly what he's talking about. The man's a genius when it comes to the financial headspace. And now, because he went through our certification program, he is now a master spiritual ascended person that he can now also teach the spirituality himself as well. So if you're interested in getting certified, if you're interested in getting more information, if you're interested in working with us, please reach out. You can go to our website, teampsycosmos.org. You can work with me or Rich and Tyler. All three of us are certified master professional spiritual life coaches. It's a lot of mumbo-jumbo words. But if you guys are interested in getting certified or just learning more about yourself or spirituality, go check us out. We do astrology readings. We do tarot readings. We do not do divinations. We do a lot of reflective psychological type of, it's not therapy, but it's coaching. So what we do is we use these tools as a means to coach. That is all we're doing. We're not giving you future telling, and we don't do fortune, we don't do divinations. We stay away from all that because we're not trying to put any cognitive bias into your mental psyche. But at the same time, you need to understand yourself on a deeper level. So go check us out. Go, if you're interested, we have a ton of free information. Go check out our life coaching program. Go check out the courses that we're going to have available on the website as well. Books, tons of information. But I love you guys, and I love Coach JV, and I love 3T Warrior Academy. Thank you guys so much for everything that you do. And hopefully we'll have some more Nexus level events as well, because the Nexus events were a steal of a price, and they did phenomenally well. They sold out. And the last time we did one, I think, was in December. So we're going to be ramping up probably after the Freedom Conference, which should be the weekend that I post this video, so that more people can get involved and integrated. So if that's something that interests you, look out for those Nexus level events, which should be coming out soon. But I love you guys so much. I'm getting all flustered and emotional here a little bit, but I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.